Well, holy smokes, right? That was a fantastic main event, right? Woo! UFC 15 came through with some incredible fights, and god damn, Belal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena delivered for sure. It's great because people were thinking this was gonna be boring. People thought it was gonna be a boring fight. But oh my days. Right now, the fight ended. You know what I mean? With obviously the fight ended and we have a new champion, people. Right? Jack Della Maddalena has seized the belt. We have another Contender Series alum as champion, which is, you know what I mean? Like, that's, whoa, just the power of that show is for sure crazy, you know? Like, the Ultimate Fighter has brought us champions, but man, the Contender Series has really, you know what I mean, been delivering some gems, you know? But yeah, so this final, like, it ended, two judges got it 48-47 and one 49-46. And yeah, like, you know, looking at those scorecards, because you definitely would say that Jack won the first three. I feel that's probably fair to say he definitely won the first three. Then it's the next two. Now, it's interesting because I think that Belal did probably win rounds 4 and 5, but they were close, right? And especially the fifth, because Belal was at the end, he got rocked. I mean, he got rocked a little in the fourth as well, you know. So it's, man, scoring. That's a difficult game, right? But yeah, those first few rounds, I don't think anyone was expecting what we saw. Now, not to say anyone doubted that, you know, Free Name Jack was a good fighter. But you just figured with the way Belal can string everything together, he would prevail. You know, because he has that ability to string the takedown, right? The punches into the takedown, into the punches, into the get, like, just put it all together so well. That is the thing. Like, you can see Belal's got synergy, you know? So with all of that, and then that championship experience, the fact that he's fought several times in 5-round fights, right? I think this was Jack's first 5-round fight. So on paper, when you looked at everything, I thought it was fair to give, you know, Muhammad the advantage. And we've seen him, right? He's fought higher competition, and we've seen him really just shut people down. So when this fight started and Jack just took center, and then utilized that jab so well. Oh my gosh. Oh my, like, Jack striking in this fight is probably the crispiest we have ever seen it. This was the best performance we've seen from Jack Della Maddalena. It most definitely was, right? People often say when you win the belt, you become 10% better. But I just think the prospect of challenging for that title allowed Jack to raise his game like no one had anticipated. Because as I said, he was putting things together. He shut Belal down. Belal wasn't able to get anything off because, you know what I mean, Jack was hitting him with the jab. He, like the head kicks. And mad props to Belal because though there was a few of those head kicks that hit clean, right? And didn't rock Belal. You know what I mean? He got the knees up the middle. There was a bit, I think it was at the start of the second round, or it might have been the third round, that Jack hit the body and then straight away hooked to the head. It was just a beautiful combination. And it was just that was keeping Belal off balance throughout the fight. It, like, shot selection was on point. And Belal, hey, Dominic Cruz and the guys said it, right? He just wasn't going for the takedowns early on, right? It's when he started to make a few attempts and he just wasn't able to get them. That's one, but early on, I think in the first 2 rounds, he didn't go for a takedown, which was kind of bonkers because, against Leon, he hit him and went for the takedown straight away and landed it, which Leon wasn't expecting. No one was expecting. And obviously, you don't want to do exactly what you did last time because you think, okay, they might be expecting that. But mix it up a little. And we just didn't see that, right? And I think the strength of Belal's game, as I said, is the synergy, is the fact he mixes it all together. But by mixing it all together, you are keeping your opponent off balance. And he's always been extremely good about doing that. So when you don't make any sort of attempts, because it's not like you have to make an attempt to actually make an attempt. You understand what I'm saying, people, right? Getting the actual takedown is a cherry on top. But just going for it has your opponent thinking, okay, I need to be mindful of that, right? I can't overcommit because then I might get taken down, right? So when he's not doing that, you're able to get comfortable. And we saw Jack get super comfy, right? Super comfy. He could have been wearing PJs in there for the first 3 because he was that motherfucking comfortable. You know what I mean? Oh, man. But then I think round 4 was the first takedown, right? Belal took him down. Now, he wasn't able to do anything really with it, but he did control him for a couple of minutes or so, I think. In the fifth round was when Belal hit some beautiful takedowns. Oh my God, they were just really, and the scrambles. The scrambles were good. That was Belal at his best. You know what I mean? But by that point, man, they both taken a lot of damage, right? Belal had taken the most, I feel. And for the first time, because I do not recall, but Belal was tired, right? Belal was tired 4th round, beginning of 4th round. And we've not seen him, tired before. So there was so many things going on in this fight. It was kind of bonkers. It was kind of bonkers. And I was curious because his corner was like saying, we need this fifth round, right? But I kind of feel like, no, you need a finish in the fifth. And I mean, just looking at the scorecards, definitely, like winning the fifth round does not give him the fight, right? So, yeah, because it's always a thing. Because at the end of a fight, you see both fighters raise their hands, and sometimes it's just like it's been a shutout. This wasn't a shutout, but you've seen people in shutouts, and they're still raising their hands. And at the end of the fight, Belal's holding the monster can. And he did look disappointed that he lost. Obviously, he's disappointed he lost. But did he think he had won that fight? Because even with winning round 4 and 5, like, he didn't win the fight, right? He needed a stoppage to win that fight. But, yeah, I mean, it was a really good fight. It was a really good fight. And I mean, look, although Jack won, you couldn't say, oh yeah, Belal looked out of his... No. Like, once the takedown started, Belal was doing better. And against a whole heap of other people, it's a different fight, right? So, but I'm curious to see what happens next. You know what I mean? Who does Belal take, right? Does he take a little time out? Is he going back at it? Right now, with Jack, obviously the talk was, if he wins, he's fighting Islam Makhachev. I don't know if that's happening International Fight Week, though, because, boy, they both took a lot of damage, right? So I don't know if Jack's getting cleared for International Fight Week. But, yeah, it would seem that the Islam fight is next. But who knows? Anything can happen. All we do know is that was an incredible... it was an incredible fight, and it was the perfect thing to end a great pay-per-view. So yeah, people, what did you think?